Hello, welcome to Skill English. Today's session is about rules of grammar. And today we are concentrating on the voice change. What are the rules? My advice to all of you, if you know the rules, you will be able to solve any questions regarding voice change. And if you have problem regarding voice change, today's session will solve all your problem, and I'm assuring you that. Just spend a few minutes with me and it will be helpful for you. So friends, let's get started and see what are the rules. First tense is simple present tense. What is the rules for changing a verb from active to passive voice in a simple present tense? Let's consider a sentence. She helps me. The rule for changing a verb in the simple present tense from active to passive is use am is are before the third form of verb. So, if I consider a sentence like this, she helps me, what will be the sentence in the passive voice? She helps me. So, me will become I. So, I am helped by her. What I am doing here? I am using am before the third form of verb. Naturally, after I, you use am. So, I am helped by her. So, remember the rule is for a verb in the simple present tense, changing it from active to passive, you have to use am, is, are before the third form of verb. Let's jump to the second, that is simple past tense. Let's change the previous sentence into simple past. She helps me. How will I change it into simple past? She helped me. Now the rule is for changing a verb in the simple past from active to passive is we have to use was or were according to the subject before the third form of verb. So if the sentence is she helped me, the sentence in the passive voice will be I was helped by her. I hope you have understood the second rule also. If you have any problem, please pause the video and think about the rules and then again watch that video so that you may get the point. Let's move on to simple future tense. So what is the rule for changing a verb from active to passive voice in simple future? For a verb in the simple future, use be before the third form of verb. What is the rule? For a verb in the simple future, use be before the third form of verb. So, if I consider a sentence like this, she will help me, the passive voice will be I will be helped by her. What you have to do? You have to use be before the third form of verb, the main base form of verb, that is help here. I have used it as helped. So, the sentence is I will be helped by her. I hope it's clear. Let's jump on to the continuous tense. So, what is the rule in the continuous tense? For a verb in the continuous tense, use being, B-E-I-N-G, being before the third form of verb. So, let's consider a sentence in present continuous tense. I am writing a letter. I am writing a letter. What do you have to do? You have to use being before the third form of verb. What is the verb here? The verb is write. So, I am writing a letter. The sentence in the passive voice will be a letter is being written by me. I am writing a letter. A letter is being written by me. You are using being before the third form of verb. Let's consider the same sentence in the past continuous form. So, I was writing a letter in the active voice in the past continuous tense. So, here I will say a letter was being written by me. Simple, it's very simple. In the present continuous tense, you have to use is. Here you have to use was. A letter was being written by me. I hope you have understood how to change a verb in the active to passive voice in the continuous tense. Let's jump on to the next part, that is the perfect tense. Present perfect, past perfect. What is the rule here? For a verb in the perfect tense, use been, B-E-E-N, been, before the third form of verb. So if I say a sentence, Tom has written a letter, Tom has written a letter. This is in the active voice. So if I have to change it in the passive voice, I will say a letter has been written by Tom. I am using the third form of verb written and I am using been. So Tom has written a letter. The passive voice will be a letter has been written by Tom. The same thing if I say in the past perfect, Tom had written a letter. The same thing will be a letter had been written by Tom. Simple. In the perfect, present perfect, you are using has or have according to the subject and the third form of verb written, and been before the third form of verb. Simple. In past also you are using been before the third form of verb. Only thing is that you are using had. This is concerning the perfect tense. Now let's see what is the rule for a verb in modal verbs. For a verb formed with the help of an auxiliary verb or a helping verb, how to change from active to passive voice. Let's consider a sentence, I can write English. I can write English. How I am changing it from active to passive voice? I am just using be before the third form of verb and placing the auxiliary verb before it. I am again repeating. I am using be before the third form of verb and before it I am placing the auxiliary verb. So I can write English or I can speak English, any sentence. If I say I can write English, I will change it into passive voice. How? English can be written by me. Very simple. You are using be before the third form of verb and placing the auxiliary verb before the word be. Last rules regarding changing of voice from active to passive voice is, if a verb, for a verb showing request or order, how to change it? Open the windows. How to change it? Open the windows. It's an order. Let the windows be opened, or you can say the windows should be opened. There are two ways of changing. Open the windows, let the windows be opened, or you can say the windows should be opened. I hope you have understood the rules for changing a verb from active to passive voice. If you have any doubt regarding these rules, please put your question in the comment section below and I will give a quick reply to you. I hope you have enjoyed today's session. Before I go or say goodbye to you friends who are watching this session, I'm again saying, please put your stress on the rules of grammar so that you can solve any questions regarding English grammar. Until next time, I'm saying goodbye to you from Scale English. Be ready for another interesting session which will be coming soon. Until then, next time, goodbye and have a nice time. Thank you.